It's all in the mind. All those dreams, all the things that you can achieve, all the things that you are not achieving, it's all in the mind. Be careful what you set your mind on because you're going to get it. What are the dominating thoughts in your mind? What are you concentrating on? What are you reinforcing in your mind? That's what you're going to achieve. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another webinar. I'll be sharing with you today on the topic, It's All in the Mind. And so let's get started and get ready to really dive into this information. Yes. So the topic is more is possible. It's all in the mind. So moving right along, how do you feel when you don't have money to buy the things you want to buy? Money to take vacations you want to take, time to enjoy with your friends and family. When you're frustrated on the job, frustrated with family, frustrated overall, it should be possible because you work so hard. You save. Why is it just not happening? Martin Luther said, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be evident that all men are created equal. Yes, there are some things that are out of your control, but there are some things that you can control, your thoughts, your actions, how you speak to yourself. It's in your control. Life is 10% of what happens and 90% of how you respond to it. How are you responding to the things that are happening to you? How are you responding to the things that impact you? How are your thoughts impacting your outcomes? Think positive. We need to get out of this stinking thinking because guess what? There are three types of people in the world: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder, what happened? What type of person are you? Do you wait to see other people's results? Have you allowed good opportunities to pass you by? Are you in a space, but you're afraid to go into a new space because it's unfamiliar? You're just scared because you're not sure of what is going to happen. So you're waiting to see. Some of us are going to wait forever. There's this story of this dog on a nail, and the dog was there moaning and groaning. And somebody asked the owner, why the dog doesn't move? So the nail isn't hurting him enough. What's your situation? What's in your mind? What are you reinforcing in your mind that you should be moving on, that you should be getting up off that nail? Is it not hurting you enough? Is your situation not holding you back enough? Think of that dog and that nail that should be moving. We need to step out and we need to move into where we need to go to because it's time. It's time to move. Guess what? If you don't like the results you're getting, it's not the results that need to change, it's you. What are you doing that should be different? Come on, man, change the method, not the message. You need to change what you are doing. Sometimes we need to know that we have a choice. You need to stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start being positive about what could go right. Now, these two frogs were there. And I don't know if anybody knows the lesson about these two frogs. They were in the milk drowning. One just gave up, but the other one kicked and kicked until the milk turned to butter. He did not give up. He decided, I'm going to try. I'm going to make it. I'm going to move forward. And I'm sure other frogs were there saying, give up. You're just going to drown. But he decided, no, I'm going to push forward. What is it that you're telling yourself? What are the thoughts that you're listening to? What are the thoughts that you are telling yourself? Are you giving up because it seems hard? Or are you moving forward because you know that you have to make it? What is it that is important to you? Guess what? Les Brown, my mentor, says, when life knocks you down, try to land on your back because if you can look up, you can get up. What's the reason you have to get up? Think of that reason now. What is it that I cannot give up for? What is in my mind? Am I saying it's too much? No. Feed your mind with the getting up principles, the principles that can help you to move forward. You need to know that in every effort, there is a disclaimer: no work, no pay. even in the regular 9 to 5 job. But when you decide to go in your own business, you need to put in the time and the effort. Some people just want these get rich quick scams, these get rich quick things. No, you have to put in the work. It's in your mind. Am I ready to put in the work to reach where I want to go, to take those vacations, to move into those dreams? Am I ready to change my mindset? Am I ready to put myself in a new place that I can achieve the goals I need to achieve? Am I ready to stop discouraging myself from the places that I need to reach and move myself into where I know I can go? Am I ready? We need to ask ourselves, am I ready to put in the time, to push my mind ahead, to put in the effort, to see the results I want, and not make excuses, not hold myself back? Am I ready? Ask yourself every day, are you ready to make things happen? It takes time. It takes effort, especially at first. But guess what? You have what it takes to get it done. You have what it takes to make it. So listen, stretch yourself for that C goal. You have goals that you know, the A type, and most people work on A type goals. And B type, you think you can do it and you're trying. But C type, you don't know how. But how is not important. What do you really want? Are you willing to stretch yourself? It's all in the mind. Are you willing to push yourself to another level? Or are you going to, in the next 5 years, be satisfied with just time for money? That is what most people do. Go in 9 to 5, get paid for your 9 hours for the 5 days of the week. Or are you willing to get money that you can invest? Or are you willing to allow your money, like the 1%, to work for you? What are you willing to be in? Which category do you want? M1, M2, or M3? You have a choice. You have a choice. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in the next 5 years? It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. What are you willing to achieve? It's all in the mind. It's time to step out of your comfort zone, leap and grow your wings on the way down. Les Brown says, jump out of that place, into a new place. Guess what? The only limitations are those we set up in our mind. Are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to take that step? It's all in the mind. Are you ready for that leap of faith? Ask yourself who you are and who you want to be. Take that leap of faith. Just trust that God will take you through. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do, Mark Twain says, than the things that you did. So sail away from the safe harbor, explore, dream, discover. I don't know if persons know the story of that man who burnt the ships because he knew that he had to win. So the excuses he burnt, they couldn't turn back. They had to win. Even though the odds were against them, they had to win. So he burnt the excuses. Some of you persons here that are listening to me need to burn those excuses. Some of us need to burn the excuses and the reasons to go back so that we have to push forward. We have to take that step because we don't have a choice. We have to make it. Are we willing to train our mind to make it? Because guess what? It starts in the mind. It's about mindset. It's about pushing ourselves to a level where we can move forward and step into our greatness. It's all in the mind. Let me ask you again, are you ready to make the decision to open your mind to the possibilities around you? Remember, it's all in your mind. You have to decide what you want, and you have to realize that it's there to get. This poem says, if you think you beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Are you willing to win? Woman, man, whoever you are, Are you willing to win? Are you willing to take the chance and step into your greatness? We give credit to the writer of that poem. I don't remember who he is now, but you can look it up. Just search for Think He Can, because it's about your thoughts. It's about your mind. Even the Bible says it. Think on these things. Don't think on the negativity. Think on your prosperity. Think of your success. Think of hope. Think of your future. You can do it. You have what it takes to make it. You have what it takes to win. It's all in the mind. Don't give up those excuses. Don't give up those excuses every time somebody asks you to do something. I'm not sure. I can't manage it. I can do it. It's all in the mind. Use your mind for good. Focus on the things that can get you where you need to go. It's all in your mind. Your win, your next great step, your next business, your next book, it's all in the mind. Don't let it die with you. We know we're going to die, but allow your dreams to live. Blessings to you all. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Even that, those persons who are moving away and not liking and subscribing and sharing, it's all in the mind. Win. Win. Tell yourself, I am going to win. Put it in the comments, I am going to win, because your win is in your mind and we need to allow it to come into action. And you'll see in the next couple series how you can take it out of your mind and put it into action, how you can concentrate and work at it so that it becomes reality. That's what faith is about. Believe in yourself. Believe it can happen. It's all in the mind. Blessings to you.